Hi, I'm Karen Ross, Secretary of the California Department of Food and Agriculture. Thank you for helping me celebrate Food Waste Prevention Week. We know that food waste is a serious issue in this country. 40% of our food goes to landfills. That's the equivalent of throwing away $165 billion, let alone the natural resources that were put into growing that crop, packaging it, and transporting it to consumers. It's also a serious issue because we have hunger in this country and in the state of California, the state that's the #1 agricultural producer. Over half of our fruits and vegetables come from California, and yet we have 1 in 8 Californians that are food insecure. There's much we can do about that by eliminating food waste and making sure that we're getting it to the people in need. That also, we know that food waste is a serious contributor to climate change and the emission of greenhouse gases. Our food waste that goes into landfills creates methane gas, and that's a potent, short-lived climate pollutant. So there's much that we can do working together and as individuals to eliminate food waste wherever it happens. There's several things that we're doing here in California that I wanted to tell you about. First of all, how do we take edible food and get it to people that aren't able to access it in the marketplace? We've done several innovative things here in California. We have, here at the Department of Food and Agriculture, a very strong partnership with the California Association of Food Banks to make sure that any given time where there's food that's not going to get to the marketplace, it can go to food banks and be distributed to families in need. It's been a very successful program. All of us as state employees help every year with the annual State Employee Food Drive, where we partner with a local food bank to contribute food to help feed families in need. This past year, state employees contributed 382 tons of food. That feeds over 600,000 meals to families in need. Thank you for that. There's also much that we can do as individuals thinking about portion size. All the time I was growing up, my grandmother used to tease me about my eyes being bigger than my stomach because half my plate would still have food on it. But there's also much we can do when we're thinking about buying fresh. Can we also freeze it or dry it to make sure that it's still useful and not going into the garbage pile? Thank you for what you're doing to address this very important issue of food waste. And thank you for joining with me and the Department of Food and Agriculture to celebrate Food Waste Prevention Week.